Good morning. It's Monday morning. Damn, it's Monday morning already. And I'm doing my laundry. A lot of people don't realize I'm very particular about my laundry, and I wash everything by hand. I don't use machines except to use it for a dryer sometimes. But I turn that fan off. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. So I have this little light right here. Right. There we go. Secondary light. Yeah. So I do all my laundry here, and then at the bathtub, I do my stretches. You know, lift my legs out. You know, I do the selfie camera, but the selfie camera doesn't show too much. Now, this is dangerous territory here. I'm putting in the back corner of my bathtub. If it falls, it goes into water. So I'll do my stretches here. And do my laundry here. Get you over there, you guys. You can get me doing laundry, but you can't get me filling my legs out because I'm still going that way. Okay, so this is my box of grease that I'm doing. I do that. So, what I'm all about is, my wife and I, we're going to be leading phase 2 of the 60 Spiritual Revolution in the spring of 2017. But in October 7th, 2016, in my apartment back in the other room, she died in my arms. And the two of us were going to, in the spring of 2017, we had spent the past 25 years coming up with plans, policies, programs, and procedures to lead phase 2 of the 60 Spiritual Revolution. I was right there with the Love Revolution. And that's what it was all about. It was about love and peace. And they didn't have any of the tools. They didn't have any plans, policies, programs, and procedures at that time. That's how the revolution was going to take place. You had Helen Reddy singing, "I Am Woman, Hear Me Strong." This was supposed to be the female empowerment movement to raise us from the current second, third chakra patriarchal society to a fourth chakra society that's co-patriarchal. And I came up with that word. That's part of my mission here. We talk about old souls, old King Cole, and a very old soul, and young souls, and new souls, and that. Well, I'm a new soul. Yeah, I just came here. Yeah, I just came into this universe. There's multiple universes. And these universes are training centers, training facilities for souls that are super souls. Actually, they're these super souls. If you've seen my Geller God, these super souls, these yin-yang beings that are neither male nor female, the super souls are what we come from. And these super souls create these amoeba-like universes to go into, so that the super souls can purify themselves. And when they come into the universe, they split apart into a male and a female soul. That's how you and your female, you have your female soul and your female vessel, and I have my male soul and my male vessel. So we were outside the universe. Now to get back outside the universe, nobody's getting out. Nobody knows how to. The outer field wall membrane of our universe is 50% protons, 50% electrons. The super souls, the creators, are 50% protons, 50% electrons. So they can come through the field wall membrane of our universe. Kind of like the osmotic process in the cell. What can go through the cell membrane, what can't. So with our universe, what can come in and what can't come in, and what can go out and what can't go out. So these supercells create these amoeba-like universes. And inside the universe is just dark matter. So I've come up with what dark matter is composed of. Dark matter is an atom with just a neutron. I call it the foundational building block, the lubricant of the universe, element 0 on the periodic chart, and ether, E-T-H-E-R, with an equal above the E. Okay? And so these supersouls created our amoeba-like universe as testing grounds, and there's multiple. And the outer field wall membrane is 50% protons, 50% electrons. What happens is the supersouls come through with 50% protons, 50% electrons. The outer field wall membrane of our universe is 50% protons, 50% electrons. When they come inside, the universe is filled with just dark matter. There's no protons and electrons, and everything's scattered. Until a dynamic event comes, which is the supersoul, first supersoul coming in, splitting apart, and that splitting apart creates massive amounts of energy, which stimulates the dark matter. Dark matter is an atom with neutrons, which stimulates the neutron so much that the neutron takes on protons and electrons. So it stimulates the neutron, and the neutron creates dark energy. It's a one-time event. The first time that neutron is stimulated by the splitting apart of the male and the female, of the supersoul into a male and a female soul. Look at that. And they split apart and bang! So when they go bang, since the universe is filled with dark matter only, with their atoms with a neutron, that atom gets stimulated so much that when the supercells split apart, they shed protons and electrons, and that neutron takes on the proton and electron. So what do you think? So when these supersouls come in, up to say 10,000 come in at once, and they split apart pretty much all around the same time, they fry that area, all the dark matter, and dark matter gets stimulated so much that it takes on massive amounts of protons and electrons, creating the higher elements. So the highest elements are created from the biggest explosions. So now you're in here, you're a male and a female soul. And what are you composed of? Well, we say the yin and the yang. Male, female, positive and negative. Well, what do you think? The positive is protons and the negative is electrons. So the male soul is 80 to 85% protons and 15 to 20% electrons. And the female soul is 80 to 85% electrons and 15 to 20% protons. So there you get the plus and minus of the yin and the yang. Protons and electrons, and I'm the first one in history to correlate that. That's right. I'm the first voice. Nobody ever before me has ever said what I just said, that the male soul is 80 to 85% protons and 15 to 20% electrons, and the female soul is 80 to 85% electrons and 15 to 20% protons. I'm the first voice. Now there's going to be echoes. Everyone's going to be saying, oh yeah, the male soul is 80 to 85% protons and 15 to 20% electrons. People will be born knowing that information, whereas right now, I'm the turning point, I'm the paradigm shift, I'm the one that's coming out with it. Right now at ground zero, 2018. So, 2018 is the time when dark matter was discovered, which was by me, the scientific composition. Dark matter is an atom with just a neutron, and the composition of the male and the female soul, and also who created the universe, and the shape of the universe, and what the outer field wall membrane of our universe is composed of. Now here's the real interesting part. Universes, the super souls that are on the outside that create these amoeba-like universes, if the universe does not stay in a fourth chakra universe, the love chakra, it becomes destroyed by the rapture. What happens is that universe becomes destroyed, and all the souls in that universe and all the elements get broken down into protons and electrons and the neutrons. And so then the protons and electrons of the soul, your soul, so when the rapture comes to this universe, all the souls in there lose their life force. And then they become part of the outer field wall membranes of a universe. Right now we're in the second, third chakra, patriarchal realm. We're not fourth chakra. No, we're not getting there. And so the rapture is coming. So this universe is going to be shut down. Because all the souls in here did not get there together and keep the vibrational frequency of the earth at fourth chakra. Wow. So the 60s spiritual movement was about the paradigm shift of shifting up to the fourth chakra and the second, third chakra, but there was no plans, policy, programs, and procedures. All there was these gurus coming over, these teachers from different parts of the world, teaching their specialty. The Hare Krishna temple, I lived with them. Buddhists, lived with them. The Sikhs, 3HO Kundalini Yoga, I was once one. Werner Erhard, S training. Wilhelm Reich, character analysis. C.N.C. Muley Masters, mysticism and new physics. I've been right through the thick of it, the 60s, and I've been studying. I've been planning for the past 40 freaking years. Coming up with plans, policies, and programs and procedures that were needed back in the 60s. So what it's done is it's taken me a lifetime to gather all the information and come up with plans, policies, programs, and procedures. But I didn't do it alone, I did it with my wife. Yeah, I met her in Laguna Beach in February of '89, and we were married in March of '89 at the Hare Krishna Temple in Laguna Beach on her birthday, March 20th. Yes. And then we came back here to Salt Lake City, where she was from. And she was a product of female abuse, meaning that males abused her. And I saved her. Yes, she said many times, "Bobby boy, you saved me." Those men are all beasts out there. Because at times you can be like them. You're the best of a bad lot. But I'm constantly striving to always be up on the fourth chakra. Get back to doing some of my laundry, huh? So anyway, so what's happened is now you have a male and a female soul. You have your female soul, I have my male soul. So we're in this universe and it's not fourth chakra. So it's going to be destroyed unless the 60s revolution does come about and women are empowered. And you get up to a fourth chakra, and I came up with that word, co-atriarchal. Think about it, co-atriarchal. It's actually a husband and wife king rule, and the queen makes the final decision. It's a society ruled by husband and wife king. And the wife makes the final decision. Because the women are on the fourth chakra. think I forgot to tell you, 100% of the females, when they super souls split apart, are born on the fourth chakra. I call this the great discontinence. The great discontinence. 100% of the females are born on the fourth. Yeah, this is really important. This is super important. But 100% of the males are born on either the first, second, or third. That's the beastly chakras. 100% of the males are born on the beastly chakras. The females are 100% are born on the love. That's why there's been all these problems. 100% of the males are born on the beastly lower chakras. 25% on the first, 50% on the second, and 25% on the third. That's why we're so messed up. The males have dominated. And what I and my wife have done is we've come up with the plans, policies, programs, procedures for a new world order. It's a co-patriarchal society where a husband and wife team rule. But how do you think that's going to go over? What do you think? So my wife and I were going to have a day in Congress where wives come Wednesday. Where wives would come and they bring a chair, one of those fold-up chairs, and they sit next to their husband. And then any decisions that are made that day, the husband and wife would talk about it. And then the wife would push the button for whether it be yes, no, or abstain. And that will slowly move the woman into the political arena. And my wife and I were going to do that as a team. But I, just myself now, just a male. You know, I'm kind of like the enemy of the females. You know, all males are beasts. They're all born on the beastly level. They're all beasts until they purify themselves, as I have strived my whole life to purify myself, and I keep getting knocked back by the males. That's right. My greatest enemy in life has not been the females, it's been the males. I took dance from age 3 to age 9, and when I was in 7th grade, I went from 6th grade to 7th. 7th grade, I was so verbally abused and physically abused by the males because I was a dancer and I took ballet. Then I had to go to a private school. You talk about getting ridden, hassled. He'd always told me, yeah, dancer boy. You know, because I took dance and they were doing martial arts. And I naturally took dance because I'm attuned to the fourth chakra. And dance is the fourth chakra, martial arts is the third chakra, the second and the first. So I've always had a natural attunement to the fourth chakra. Get my stretches here. So, I'm in the same boat as females, that I've been ridiculed and mocked and abused by males my whole life because of my sensitivity. And now, my wife and I spent all these years, and she died 3 years ago, and I've been in a state of major depression, crying every time. And my whole game came off. Because those of us had our yoga routine down so well about Tantra. And, so here's what it comes back to. So this, you know, probably hard to hear me through all this. It's probably impossible. Probably didn't even hear what I said. So, we're in a big pickle with the raptor coming. Now that I was born, I came to this universe with a message, and it's taken me all these years to figure out the message. You know, it's taken me a lifetime to study. I've been a full-time student, not at university, self-educated after college. But I haven't worked in a 9 to 5. I'm an artist, a writer, a poet. So I have lots of poems, and I have my art, two-dimensional art, designs, and I've written stories. I've written this one story called The Outcropping. It's called The Outcropping. It's about a king and a queen in the land of Ba, Loveland. And it's about, under the outcropping there's a cave, and the cave gets exposed every 35 years. And people go into the cave and some get lost, some never come out. Some come out craving. And this cave is a spiritual cave. So the king arrives when word spreads throughout the realm that this year he's at the mountain called Mount Free. And every 35, 40 years, 30 years, the north side of Mount Free will melt. And an avalanche will come down and there'll be an outcropping and an entrance to the cave. So the outcropping and entrance to the cave is there. And then the snow comes and then it covers it over. And for 35 years the entrance is covered, or 40, from the snow because it's on the north side. And the sun's always on the south side. So the king was there 4 years earlier, and he was there with his current queen. But actually the queen died. She was very much older than him. But he arrives and it's all blurry. Maybe it's the light. So anyway, that's the story of the outcropping. It's a romance, and a princess comes. And the princess is the princess that he was betrothed to at birth. Lived in a different part of the realm. So they come and they meet, and there's a whole story about them entering the cave and what happens to them entering the cave. But it involves the dance of love. Yes, the dance of love. The two of them perform the tantric dance of love. And very few people know about the tantric dance of love. But spiritual dancers on the tantric level know about the dance of love between a male and a female and what it is. The dance of love. And I have done it with females in my younger years. When I was a dance student at the University of Arizona in Tucson in 1976, 77, 78, 79. Well, this is my short little verse of what I talked to you today about. So I'm looking for females to help me run this organization that my wife and I created called the Holy Order of Love. Love one, love all, love, love, love. But don't be a sucker. And then to make sure my mustache is done right, you know, and the Holy Order of Love is I'm king of the Holy Order of Love. These are my uniforms that I'll be wearing. And these are my shoes back here. Some of my shoes. And they're all closed back in there. Here. Down in there, all a bunch of whites. These are all closed. And my shoes over here. Part of my tie collection here. These are hats that were women's hats that were my daughter's. Yes, I have a daughter that's grown up, 2 sons that are grown up, my ties. What do you think? These are my military top coats here. Hi there. It's nice to do a triple mirror. Wow, isn't that nice? Wow. Oh, I have up here, I have my chin-up bar. And I have my pulley system here I do throughout the day. This is my upside down machine. Okay. Okay, so this is me on my okay, I tell you that's a little red in the face. What do you think? Oh, that's what I'm up to. Hanging upside down, huh? A puffy face. It's embarrassing. But it's needed to do this exercise. This is very good. You see how the blood rushes to my face. I'm embarrassed about that. I don't look so good. Old age, I'll tell you, it's... you know, it took me all these years to figure out what's going on. Now I'm an old person. You know, you always say the old ifs, what ifs. I was a young man with the knowledge, wisdom, and experience I had right now. You know, so... okay, so... that's something that's part of my activity each day. Right in here. And I use this. You know, and I do some... Keep breathing. The tattoo on the middle of my back is the same as the one on my chest above this one right here. It's just turned differently. That's called the Yin Yang swastika. If you look at that closely, there's two swastikas. And on the back, that's two swastikas. I did that. I'm the only one in human history that did that. I'm a first on a lot. I'm the first on new knowledge. I've come up with dark matter, the composition. It's an atom with a neutron. Nobody in human history has ever come up with that. I did. My soul. It's because I'm here for a mission to spread the word. We better get together or this universe is going to be shut down. Now, I didn't tell you about how to get back outside the universe. Yoga. Yoga means marriage between a male and a female soul. It's possible to refuse the souls together, the male and the female, to become a super soul again. But you can't exist in our universe. When the male and the female fuse their souls together, their biological bodies die simultaneously. And superluminally, Jack Safferty, Mysticism in the New Physics, has the word superluminal speed transformation. Superluminally, your whichever direction at the Levonkovator, you go out of our universe back outside to where the other super souls are. So nobody's been getting back out there. Because you have to fuse your souls together, and nobody's taught that. But yoga is the foundation for the highest form of yoga, which I've created, is called Fusing Souls Yoga. And so my wife and I, over 25 years of practicing the Tantra, our souls became so close and so one that our bodies started dying. We kept wondering, why the closer we get, the more our bodies start to die. We couldn't understand that. You know, the closer we get, because in Tantra, they talk about raising up to the chakras with your partner and holding on to the life force of not having the orgasm. And the orgasm is for when the male and the female has simultaneous orgasms as they've risen up the chakras and they reach the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, and they chant T. T simultaneously while they're in the intercortical connection. Intercortical connection is the spiritual name for what the lower chakra beastly people do. So it's intercortical connection. You know what it is. That's spiritual. That's fourth chakra, you begin intercortical connection. Before that, you're just doing what the animals do. First, second, third chakra. And that's what all the males do. The males do the animal thing. First, second, third chakra. The fourth chakra is the Tantra in the lotus position. When you're embraced and you're just males, intercortical connection is inside, you're just breathing. And then chanting. So my wife and I did that right when we first met, the first afternoon. And we did it for 25 years. And we got so close, our bodies started dying. And see, the thing is, no other couples have gotten as close as we have with the Tantra. No one on the planet. I've checked it out. I've looked at all the couples that are doing the Tantra. My wife and I were the closest. That's why it's so deep to me, that the brokenheartedness that I have. So I never expect to find true love again. It's fine. But our goal was to get this 60s revolution off the ground. And we came up with a name, the Holy Order of Love. So the two of us were going to recruit females. We're only recruiting females, not males. This is a female-run order. And it has a king and a queen, and my wife and I were the king and the queen. And she made the final decisions, and she was in charge of, the Holy Order of Love has a female organization called Daughters of the Earth. And she was in charge of Daughters of the Earth, but we didn't start recruiting. It was all still on paper with us. We still hadn't put it into action. And what we were going to do is that spring of 2017, we were going to bring it all out to the world as a couple. We were going to have videos. We were going to do this YouTube. We were going to bring about the 60s spiritual revolution to liberate females from the second, third chakra, male-dominated society that we currently live in, for a co-patriarchal, fourth chakra society, so that the rapture would be thwarted and this universe will be saved. She died. But we were so tight, and we had the whole plans, policy, procedures. We were going to go lead this movement. Now the whole movement's been shut down. We were going to do it 2 years ago. We were supposed to be out and known to the world by now. This was all supposed to be moving forward. Yes. We were supposed to identify all the Kavanaugh type of men out there in the world. That's what we're doing. The Daughters of the Earth is supposed to be making a list of all the bad men out there into the world, the bad male souls and the good male souls. We were going to rate all the male souls on the planet. Yes. So, 100% of the females are born on the fourth chakra. 100% of females are born on the fourth. 100% of the males, first, second, third. That's the beastly chakra. So every time a male, through intercortical connection, ejaculates into a female, his life seed is the beastly level. It's lower chakra. It's going into her and infecting her and polluting her. The female is green, her electrons and protons, or the fourth chakra. The male is either red, orange, or yellow. So if the male is, hopefully, is at least on the third chakra for the female, then she's getting these yellow protons and electrons from the male that's taking her green and diluting it. And she wants to be green and going up towards the fifth chakra, the soul, the throat. But it isn't happening. The females don't have the tools to know this, that 100% of the men that they're bonding with are ejaculating polluted material into them, polluted seeds, life force. It's pulling them down. Every time the male comes into the female, he's polluting her. Unless he's constantly working on the fourth chakra. So me and my wife had purified ourselves to be up on the fourth chakra. Beautiful. Then we rose up to the fifth, to the sixth. We moved up to the seventh. So tight. The closer we got to the seventh, we began to fuse our souls together. And our biological bodies started to die because we were ready to fuse our souls together and go back to being a super soul and superluminally be blasted out. She died on me in my arms here in my apartment, in the other room. And the whole movement shut down. Now, you still have this knowledge that I've given you, females. Every time a male bonds with you, he's polluting you unless you two are aware of the fourth chakra and that he's on the lower beastly chakra and he has to chant Fa and purify himself with thinking none of the 7 deadly sins. So the 7 deadly sins corresponds to the 7 chakras. The first chakra corresponds to sloth. The second chakra to lust. The third chakra to gluttony. The fourth to wrath. The fifth to envy. The sixth to greed. And the seventh to pride. So I'm out here and I'm not looking for love. I had it. I'd love to have it again. But I'm trying to get a new world order off the ground. And I'm looking for females to help bring this about, not males. So the whole fate of the female race rests on me and me finding females to bring about the holy order of love. So I have it all. The plans, policies, programs, procedures. Yeah, these are, right here is these are some of the name tags here. Protector, Enforcer. Let's make a piece here. Okay, Holy Order of Love. There's Sons of the Earth, they're for the men. And here's Holy Order of Love, Daughters of the Earth. So you see that symbol? It's the 12 hearts. You see that on my board there. So we have, you can see that. So that's it. This was my wife and me when we were married. We were married in Laguna Beach. That was our temple wedding there, the two of us sitting down there. That was her, she's gotten older. But anyway, so the great tragedy is the whole movement of the 60s spiritual movement is shut down because I'm not out there bringing it about. My wife and I were going to do it as a team. It's a couple deal. So I'm looking for females to help me to be part of the Daughters of the Earth and help me empower women to bring our society to a fourth chakra co-atriarchal society. Remember, oh, that doesn't work. Bam. Anyway, so that's what's on my... Okay, but I am 63 years old, you know, so I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm looking for females to help keep me going, because I have all the plans, policies, programs, procedures to bring this revolution about. I'm not looking to control or dominate or get laid or anything like that. I'm a gentleman. I'm up on the fourth chakra. Give me a break. Give me a chance. Okay, just give me a chance. I don't want to get in your pants. I want the female race to advance. I want justice. Equality. Equality of the genders. But the females, I acknowledge, will always be on a higher spiritual level than the males. I don't see any transformation because a proton is 2,300 times more dense than an electron. And at the center of all the atoms is the protons and the nucleus, which is the neutron. And the electrons are free floating. Females will always be on a higher vibrational frequency than the males. Because the males are composed of 80-85% protons, 15 to 20% electrons, and a proton is 2,300 times more dense than an electron. And so this is what I'm famous for. I've come up with the scientific composition of protons and electrons of the male and female soul. And dark matter, the composition of dark matter. Well, that's 44 minutes that I'll be wrapping on, and I want to thank you for being with me. Love one, love all, love, love, love. But don't be a sucker!